Oh, fuck, that hit a little harder than I thought it would. God damn. Fuck, now I look like a bitch. Update. Fuck, that was pretty good, actually. Anyways, it's been like two and a half weeks since Slam. Figured to do an update video on what's going on with the machine here and what happened at Slam and kind of run down a few things here. So let's jump into it. I'm going to rotate the camera and we're going to get into this. So since the last time you guys have seen this, I've had the second alternator. So I added this one. This wasn't here at Slam. Just put this one in a couple days ago. Got that hardwired in right off the excess power VCM that I have here in the cubby hole, but I pull it out and I set to charge whenever I want. But yeah, anyways, got that on there. Windshield. So we only played it for a little bit at Slam. We'll get into the reasons why. But yeah, we're missing windshield here. And well, the windshield was fine. It's actually right here. Didn't break it. You know, we did like a mid 68 and windshield held just fine. The seal on the roof right about here kind of let go just a little bit to allow it to leak. And yeah, we don't want that, obviously. So we got that pulled out and it's going back in tomorrow. So yeah, 17-year-old glass, 17-year-old glue. It's all factory. That was all factory from here. So very good, surprisingly. So with that being said, the top part of this roof here split. I mean, it's very, very minute. You can kind of see it right there. But yeah, we made it stronger since we got back home from Slam. Obviously, we don't mind all this. Took some stuff out. Took out the headliner. Took out the seats. Going to take out the floor. Going to do some more work here. All the subs are out. So kind of coming back together here in a little bit. But the roof added another like 40, 50 some more pounds of double rigid. Rock hard. Like it's fucking hard. A lot more in here. So a lot more sheets. And then totally finished getting the rest of this channel filled with the 16-pound pour foam. The real strong shit. All of this is filled with it. That's filled. This channel's filled. So the A-pillars, all the B-pillars down. The rockers are all filled. The hump here filled. The floor is all fucking many inches thick of fucking Vibraflex. Vibraflex on the face of the wall. Double ridge on the roof. It's pretty strong. Even that little channel right here at the B-pillar, that's filled with 16 pounds. So this stuff is pretty aggressive. Anyways, got more speaker wire because adding a couple more amps. We're actually doing A-pillar, so we have some more speakers up there instead of just the doors. Help bring that image more focused in. So I demo the doors open, so that'll help focus it more center and, you know, require me a little bit less timeline and stuff to kind of get that there, and that'll make it more better, more fill. So with that being said, this is a mess right now. This is added 2 more amps. Got a bigger amp here for the 8-inch because I was just using one of these 84s for the 8s and it wasn't enough, so we got a bigger one. DSP is out. That shit to bed. Audio control. I'm not digging that. I think I'm just going to go right straight to JL tweak. So, yeah, redid all that in there. Got to finish that up. Amps and everything else, that all survived. It was all fine. There's nothing wrong with any of this. Batteries, everything perfectly fine. This all checks out. So is everything else. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But why we had issues at Slam was, well, one, the first thing was the door speakers kind of shit the bed right away because the DSP shit the bed. It's not the first, not the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, fucking 8, 10 I've replaced in a couple different vehicles because of fucking stupidity. Like, just fucking product sucks. Let's just be honest with it. Everything else is golden, so getting that fixed up. Been doing A-pillars. Obviously putting this windshield back in, re-gluing it, cleaning that up, making that better, making the cowl stronger, deadener. You see it's all full, second alt. Making the cab stronger. Put the windshield in, stuff like that. But the subs that blew, well, really didn't blow as much as you think it does. Kind of explain it here. So subs were ZV5s and ZV6s in here, Most of them were 5s. There was only like 1 6. So technically 11 ZV5s and 1 ZV6. Now, the reason why that happened the way we did this was I was supposed to have SDDNs before Slamology, but, you know, that never happened. So we got what we could, which was hard to do because parts are limited. Stuff was an issue. Like, so we had a bunch of used baskets, random beat-up baskets, bunch of random gaskets, bunch of saw part. We got like all the saw parts equal. Like they were all X-Spider packs, 15-inch cones, Chinese knockoff cones. Remember that. What else? It was dual 1 coils, like everything, but one motor was definitely different, which led the woofer, even though it had the same saw parts, to have different parameters, which caused unloading. And the sub adjacent to that, obviously, was a ZV5, and that was the cone that let go, which I saw coming because I could see, no matter how I had all these gain matched perfectly, they were moving unequally a little bit because there was a little bit more motor force on the other woofer adjacent to it, being in a symmetrical 4th order. That loading does matter. And like I said before, we also used cheap Chinese Sundown knockoff cones that were paper thin, like literally not even an 1/8 inch thick. I mean, they were fucking paper thin. So between the different pressure with the different woofer on the other side unloading, the only subs that got fucked up were on the driver's side here, which was the cone that let go on this side, driver's side down there, because the ZV6 was over there. That cone went, and then the sealed side. This has a sealed section. That's a sealed section. Well, this is common sealed sections, so the common chamber. Second, that cone let go. Another cone let go. Another cone let go. Coil let go. Coil let go. So the pressure, uneven loading, and it just shit the bed immediately. And yeah, so. We don't have to worry about cones on the next subs because the SDDNs are coming. And they're getting Dennis Dredden from Sweden. He's making the custom carbon fiber cones for me, for the SDDNs. And they'll be here next week. Same as the motors and coils that we're building from. So baskets are in powder coating right now. They're going to be orange. We're going to make the spacers, the vent spacers, blue. And then I rewired a new light system in here with a 12-volt step down. And this enclosure, you're going to get 2 sets of lights on the floor and the ceiling at this time with addressable LEDs. So they're going to be a lot nicer, a lot fancier. I'm doing a lot of little things, but the main thing was making this thing a lot stronger, and we're going to get it there. We're expecting, I don't know, we did a 68.2 at 53 hertz. 8 hertz below our peak frequency in the kick, and then we did that with 4 subs gone. So we weren't even pushing it. We did a 68. We should be doing about 73, some change, and over a 70 on the glass. So that's what we expect with the SDDNs, because going from ZV5s to SDDNs is more than double the BL per woofer and like 5 dB per sensitivity per watt more than the last drivers. On that, knowing what I know on the same amount of power, roughly about a 1.6 to 1.8 dB drop in gain on top of adding more power. So shit is going to get fucking nuts. There is no reason why this thing ain't going to be popping 73s in the kick and 70 on the glass or somewhere in that neighborhood. Very high 60, low 70 on glass for sure. So we were almost there to begin with without even trying with sub issues, loading issues, stuff like that. We knew it was going to happen. We intentionally did that just to kind of get us playing, get us testing. And I got a little squirrely at Slam with the dial, but it helped get us going. And I just wanted to be at Slam. I wanted to be playing. That was the goal when I started this back in December. But it didn't quite work the way I wanted to. But from everyone that came and heard the fucking thing, they are scared of it. Like, I had people coming back and forth all weekend long saying, I went around and listened to everybody's fucking system. Yours was the fucking loudest I've ever heard. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, that's fucking cool. So, anyways, that's kind of the update. It's the middle of June. We're going into the 4th of July weekend here soon. That's kind of where we're at. I should have updates soon, but the next step is get the glass in tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm rewrapping the headliner. I actually took off the suede and got nicer material. Gonna do that. Put this back in, clean this back up. Probably do a new carpet too. Carpet in here is not black. It's like dirty gray. I'm going to get rid of that. There's a few things I'm going to do. It's kind of a mess in here. Got to repaint this fucking center console. Got shit on, but fucking DSP. But yeah, subs within the next 2 weeks, and we should be playing again. So we'll fucking see.